Okay, sorry about that. My daughter called. It's late. It's kind of why I'm talking kind of quiet. Anyway, so let's say you go, hey, give me $10,000. They don't get the 10, what they do is you keep that 10,000, but for that money, you give them 10 cents, like maybe 10 cents for every dollar they invested. Now they still own that money. It's just not in their bank. It's in your company, if that makes sense. So they have invested it. They put it in, they invest. Okay. And then you get a percentage back. So maybe that'll help you understand it because it says an investment firm, that means a company that actually invests money for people, invested in two companies last year. They invested 18,000 in company A and made a profit of 12%. What that means is that if you put anybody who invested in company A, it paid them 12 cents for every dollar they invested. That's pretty dang good. If you guys know banks, if you put your money in a bank, they pay you less than 1% nowadays. It's terrible. Okay, they invested 7,000 in company B and made a profit of 17,000. That's really good. But they put less money in B, but they put more money in A. Okay, it says answer the questions below. Do not do any rounding. What was the investment's total profit? For that, you need to understand what profit means. Profit is not the money you invested, but the money you earned. Okay, the money you earned, basically. And I shouldn't even call it earned. It's not like you earned it, but you got it. Basically, you invested your money, so you earned it, but not like you worked for it. Anyway, whatever. It's the money you earned. Okay. It's the percentage. So here we go. The way you'd get that total profit, okay, is going to be the money from A plus the money earned from B. Well, what was the money earned from A? And I have to go over here. I'm sorry, I can't keep them lined up. It's going to be 18,000 times times 12%, because A made 12%, and then B is $7,000, but at 17%. So you change these two decimals and you multiply them to get the amount of money. And then that would be your profit. So we're going to go over to the calculator. We're going to go 18,000 times 0.12. 18,000 times 0.12 plus, and you can do this on a calculator because your calculator knows. Didn't they make 17% profit? Is that what they made? I think so. Wrong one. This one. Yep, 17%. And what is it? Look, 3,350, 3,350. That's what it's, that is what they made. Okay, that is the profit. 3,350. I think that's what it was, right? 3,350. How come I can't remember? I swear. Okay, here we go. Okay, so that's the answer to this one. 3,350. Then it says, what was the percent profit for their total investment? Now, what does that even mean? It means that they invested a certain amount of money. Well, how much did they invest? The total investment is how much money they put in all together. Well, how much did they put in altogether? They put in 7,000 plus 18,000. So altogether, they invested 25,000. That's how much they totally did. And what was the percent profit? In other words, they're saying, this is how much we earned. But this was 12 and that was 17. What was this? Like if we just were looking at this percentage, what is that? So some of you will just know to take this divided by that and multiply it by 100. This is the piece of the whole. That's what a percentage is. A percentage is a piece of the whole multiplied by 100. I like to set a proportion, set up percents as proportions because it always makes it easier. So we're saying, what was the percent? So we're saying what percent? Percent means per 100, per century, per cent. Cent means 100. Percent means per 100. And we don't know what percent, so that's your X, is equal to 3350. That's the piece out of the whole, 25,000. So then you would cross multiply, and then you would end up getting 3350 times this, which is 00, divided by 25,000. So it would end up being 335000 divided by 25,000. Oops, that's one too many zeros. Let's try that. Okay. You could even make this easier, cancel your 3 zeros, and it would just be 335 divided by 25. 335 divided by 25. 13.4. Okay, so the answer is 13.4%. And that kind of makes sense, you guys, because they invested a lot more at 12. So it's going to be higher than 12, but it's not going to reach 17 because 17 is a lot less. So it's 13.4%. All right, next one. A lot of times you're given these rectangle problems and you're getting variables, and all you need to do is figure out, did they give you area or did they give you perimeter? Because they're all pretty basic. The perimeter, here we go. It says finding a side link given the perimeter and side links with variables. Okay, so they're giving you the perimeter. Boom. All you need to know is what is the formula for the perimeter. You don't even need to know the formula. You just need to know the definition of perimeter. It means walk around the dang thing. Okay, walk around this rectangle. The perimeter would be equal to 2x plus, walk around, 3x plus 3 plus, oh look, what's this side equal to? 2x plus 3x plus 3. This is the easiest, the lowest form of doing this. You just add all the four sides together, okay? And it says it's equal to 106. So instead of putting perimeter, we put 106, okay? So let me do that. 106 equals, and then add your x's. 2 plus 3 is 5, plus 2 plus 3 is 10, and 3 plus 3 is 6. And then subtract, and you get 100 equals 10x. So x is equal to 10. Now we know x, it asks you for find the length of side CD. Well, CD is right here, and it says twice x. Well, x is 10. So CD equals 20. Some of you guys are going to know the formula for perimeter, which is this. And I tell you to go formula, substitution, resolution. Here's the perimeter. 2 times the length, 2 times the width. What's the perimeter? 106. 2 times the length. What's the length? 3x plus 3. 2 times the width. That's that 2. What's the width? 2x. This is substituting it in, and you would get 106 equals, distribute 6x plus 6 plus 4x. 106 equals 10x plus 6, and there we are. Okay, so you could do either way will work, totally fine. Next. Okay, solving a percent mixture problem using a linear equation. All right, for this one, I really think writing words helps. Okay, for this one, by the way, they gave you the rectangle. If they had not given you the rectangle, my first recommendation would have been to draw that rectangle. I never do a shape question without drawing the shape. Okay, 2 factory plants. Okay, why don't I let you guys read this? And I'll read it too, quietly by yourself. Okay, again, first time through, I read it and I just go, okay, they're talking about TVs and some are defective. Literally, that's all I got. I don't know what this problem is caring about right now. All I know is about TVs. All right, so now I go back and I find what they're asking for. It says, how many panels did plant B produce? That's going to be my variable. Okay, so I'm going to say, let B equal the number, not panels, but the number of panels B produced. Okay, because we're going to need to use that. And then A lot of times with these, we just need to talk it through. So here we go. 2 factory plants are making TV panels. Okay, so they're comparing factories, or they're using them together. We'll see. Plant A produced 6,000 panels. So we got A is equal to 6,000. B, oh wait, and 5% were bad, defective. B, 5% of the panels from plant A. Oh, no. Plant A produced 6,000. This is, read the dang question, Miss Baca. Okay, plant A produced 6,000 panels, period. See that period? That means stop writing and don't do silly things like anticipate. 5% of the panels from plant A and 2% of the panels were defective. So remember, B is the number of panels, like B is our variable. So B had 2% bad, and A has 5% bad. Okay? But we don't know how many B produced. All right, how many panels did B produce if the overall percentage of defective panels was 3%? So we know, okay, that the average is in between here. So I'm thinking that, I don't know, does that mean B produced? Well, I don't know. Actually, that one's hard to just guess at. Okay, let's talk through this. Okay, so what it means is, okay, it means that defective, let me use the word bad just because it's easier to write. Okay, so bad panels from A plus bad number of panels from B, panels, sorry, I can't write. Let's try that again. Wow. Panels from B is going to be equal to 3% of the total panels. Okay. This is the part that you got to be careful with. Okay. What is the total panels equal to? What is the total equal to? Total. The total is going to be equal to, I'm kind of stalling because I want to see if you guys can come up with it before. A plus B, right? The total is going to be what the both plants produce together. So here we go. Bad panels from A is going to be 6,000 times 5% plus B. We don't know how many B produce. That's what we're looking for. But 2% of them are bad. Is equal to the total 0.03 times the total number of panels. Well, what's the total? A plus B. Well, A is 6,000. So it's going to be 6,000 plus B. And that's your equation that you're going to work with. So 0.05 times 6,000 is 300 or 30. I don't know. Let's try this. 0.05 times 6,000. I should be able to do that. 300. Okay. So 300 here, 300 plus 0.02b, I always like to put the number in front, equals 0.03 of 6,000. What's that? Let's do that. 0.03 times 6,000 is 180. Okay, we're distributing. So distribute 180 plus 0.03b. All right, let's get the variables to one side. I'm going to subtract this one to keep it positive. Okay, and I'm going to get, I guess I'm going to need to add a page here. I kind of wanted to just make you finish this problem on your own. But you're going to get 300 equals 180 plus plus, oops, I forgot to put minus there, plus 0.01b. Okay, 300 equals 180. So 300 equals 180 plus 0.01 b. All right, subtract 180 from both sides. So you get the numbers on one side, and you are going to get 120 is equal to 0.01b, and then you divide both sides by 0.01, 0.01, and you'll get 120. Should be. Let's see. 120 divided by 0.01. Ready? Oh, 12,000. Duh. 12,000. Oh, okay. So B is equal to 12,000 TVs. That's how many they produced. Plant B produced 12,000. Okay? All right. Next. Find the perimeter or area of a rectangle given one of these values. All right. So basically, they're going to give you a shape. So when they say rectangle, I say draw. Okay? It says the length of the rectangle is 3 times its width. They usually compare length to width. I'm not sure why, but they usually do. So that usually means that your width is W and the length is 3W, 3 times the width. So you have one variable. The area is 300, and all you need is, oh, but it says find its perimeter. That's the trick. We need to figure out the length of the sides to figure out what its perimeter is. Because remember, perimeter means 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. Well, we don't have the width or the length, so we have to go on a search for it, okay? So we're going to start with the formula is equal to area is equal to length times width. Why area? Because that's what we have. We can only start with what we have. Length is 3W and width is W. So you get 300 equals 3W squared. Wow, I'm surprised they're making you guys do square roots, but hey. Okay, to find W now from W squared, you take the square root of both sides, and W equals 10. Well, if W equals 10, the length equals 30. So what is the perimeter? Let's go back here. I'm going to do perimeter in a different color. So perimeter is what we're looking for is twice times the length, which is 30, plus twice times the width, which is 10. Perimeter equals 60 plus 20, which is 80. All right, I think that's it. I think these are just, no. Okay, in the triangle below, now we're dealing with triangles, okay, and angle measures. So the thing you need to remember here is that if you add 1, 2, and 3, you get 180 degrees, yeah? In the triangle below, they're giving you this. And a lot of times in these problems, I don't know if you notice, but they tell you what you can see in the picture. See, they tell you that, they tell you that, they tell you that. Find the degree measure of each angle. So basically, all you have to do, and if we were to do this, I should have done this in words first. Angle M plus angle L plus angle K equals 180. That's all. So 3x minus 1 plus x plus 8 plus x plus 8 equals 180. Combine like terms, 5x, negative 1, positive 8. Positive 8 is 15, plus 15 equals 180. Subtract 15 and you get 5x equals 165. X is equal to, 5 goes into 16, 5 times 1, 53 degrees. Well, x is equal to 53, but that's not your answer. Don't be tempted, because look, it says 3 times x minus 1. X is not 53. That was stupid. X is equal to 30 something. I divided that wrong. Yep. I divided this wrong. Whoops. Sorry about that. 5 goes into 165. 5 goes into 3 times 333. My bad. Okay. So angle M is equal to 3 times 33 minus 1. And angle K and L are the same. 33 plus 8. So that one's going to be 33 plus 8 is 41 degrees. And this one is 99 minus 1, which is 98. So the question is, do these all add up to 180? And the answer to that is yes, they do. Because 8 plus 1 plus 1 is 10. Carry the 1. That's 10 plus 8 is 180. Okay, moving on. Last one. Finding the value for a new score that will yield a given mean. Oh man, these are so popular, and I don't know why, but everybody has trouble with them. I just think to myself, like, what would I do if I were trying to figure out the average? So here's the deal. You probably haven't read it yet, so let's do that. Scott has scored 61, 77, and 68 on his previous 3 tests. What score does he need on his next test so that his average is equal to 75? Well, you need to know what that is. That's when you add them all together, all the scores, okay? And then you divide them. You divide them by the number you have, okay? So in this case, you have 3 scores, you're going to add another, and you just divide it by it. So in other words, they're saying 61 plus 77 plus 68 plus some new test. We don't know. Let's call it X. And then we're going to divide it by 4, and he wants his average to be 75. This is a good one for you guys to know, especially when you're in a college class and they give you 4 tests for your grade. So I'm going to multiply by 4 to get rid of the denominator. Remember, we did that a lot. Okay, 61 plus 77 is 138 plus 68. 138 plus 68, 8 plus 8 is 16. That's 10, 206. So 206 plus X equals 75 times 4 is 150 times 2, which is 300. Okay. Then you subtract 206. So he has to score, Scotto has to score a 94 on that test in order to average 75. And I think that's it, you guys. That was long, I know. Good job hanging in there. Okay, go.